Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
All right, so SNL came out with their debate reenactment. You got Jim Carrey back to sketch comedy. I used to watch Jim Carrey when I was a little kid, probably inappropriate in hindsight, on a show called In Living Color in the early 90s. That's where actually we got to start. Jim Carrey playing the role of Joe Biden. Of course, Alex Baldwin playing the role of Donald Trump. This joint is hilarious. It's trending on Twitter. I thought I would react to it and give you guys my spin. Again, just to be clear, I am politically agnostic. I don't plan on voting for either of these guys. That's because I'm going to vote third party, and I think we need to have a third party, and I did a whole video about that. You guys can go watch that, why voting third party isn't throwing away your vote. But, so again, I'm not voting for either of these guys. I'm going to give you guys my real raw deal opinion. That doesn't mean I'm not biased. I don't like parts of both of them, if I'm going to keep it a buck. And I guess I like some stuff of them. So let's get it into it. There's few parts I wanted to highlight. Okay, this is the first part because SNL does a good job of pumping these out at a fast speed, but also kind of creating some serious commentary. So let's watch this part right here. So the first part I wanted to point out is they're making fun of Trump consistently interrupting. They're making Trump of kind of jumping around and you know, trying to, I guess, drive the conversation. I am not voting for the Green Party, by the way. I'm probably voting Libertarian. So I think that's hilarious. But watch how they spin it on. Watch how they spin it right here. Not spin it right here. Watch how they clown. That to me is hilarious because we saw Biden. And if you guys watched my reaction to the debate live, I kept saying, "Come on, hang in there, Joe. Don't lose it. Hang in there." I was on the edge of my feet because I really didn't want him to just gaffe and blow the whole debate. And I've seen him, it happened a couple times, but not too bad. Why is that significant? Well, one, that clip shows him kind of having a degree of impulse control and him going back to this like, well, look. And he wasn't really saying anything, right? He wasn't really saying a whole lot. He just kind of kept trying to say stuff without really saying much, and I think that was kind of the energy Biden had. Like I called it in that like Biden needed to go into the debate and just not lose. Now, considering Trump has COVID, it came out today that there may not be any more debates. Biden doesn't want to have any more debates if Trump still has COVID, I guess. So I don't know how long it's going to take for it to get out of his system. Biden, all he had to do was not lose the debate. There's two more scheduled. There's a VP debate scheduled for tomorrow night. And I think Jim Carrey, Alex Baldwin always do a good job. There's one more part I want to play for you guys, and then we're going to move on. But this part right here is really funny. Watch this. So you got... Why is it significant? Because you have both of these dudes kind of in a very... it was specifically Trump there, and it's the caricature of him just kind of being like a child, right? Like he's like, oh, like who says that anymore? Nobody says that anymore, right? And you have Chris Wallace and Biden attempting to have a real debate, and Trump really just pulled up to have a fist fight, daggone near, right? So I thought that was significant just to kind of show you like that male high school locker room bravado, right? Now check this part out. Watch where this goes.
Mr. President, if you keep interrupting this debate, I'll do absolutely nothing about it.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting because people kept saying Chris Wallace was ganging up on Trump. I don't think so. I think Chris Wallace was doing his best to just keep his composure together because of how much Trump. Check this out. This is where I think it's significant because this is what a lot of us are concerned about, right? Which is, first of all, they have Kamala come out in a pair of Chucks. There was a video of her going viral, which again, guys, don't listen. The sheer amount of pandering that's happening. There's a picture of her hopping off an airplane that her staff took of her rocking some Timbs. And it was like, Kamala's so cool, she's bringing back Timbs. And yeah, Charlemagne the God, like, who lives in New York, is like, what? Like, dudes never stopped wearing Timbs. So now in this photo, like, they show her, in this clip, like, they show her in Chucks, right? So there's this, like, degree of trying to pander. But I think, to me, this is the part where a lot of us are apprehensive, right? Trump, we've had Trump for 4 years. I mean, I don't think the country completely imploded. If you think any one president or any one person can completely ruin the government, you just don't understand how our three branches of government work. I'm just going to pull it like that. Biden, I'm not too concerned about Biden. not going to be a ton of changes except maybe the tax going on. Kamala, I'm personally not a fan because of the job she did as a district attorney of California, because of the number of people she incarcerated, so on and so forth. I'm not a fan of her. I'm not a fan of, you know, her prosecuting parents whose children were not going to school, her prosecuting petty weed crimes. There's a lot to not like, to be apprehensive in terms of Kamala, and she kind of represents more of, I would say, the further left, where Biden is more of a centrist. But watch how they play her, watch how they make her look honest, which I think is funny. And I think the lady who plays her, by the way, the way she nails her tone, her mannerisms, and then, by the way, my critique of her politics, I think she's extremely charming. I think she's extremely, yeah, I think she's extremely charming and charismatic. I just don't think she's a great politician. So Kamala Harris definitely got like the mom vibes, right? The young, cool mom vibes for sure. But I think that's the part that's telling, right? She has been set up from the beginning. She has been set up to be the next Barack Obama, which I voted for Barack twice. And you guys go all watch my video on a policy that actually changed my life. You guys go watch that. Voted for Barack Obama twice. Kamala, I'm kind of apprehensive about, because again, those of us, shout out to Latoya in the chat, who are in California, we know her record as the district attorney of California, and we know some of the shady stuff she did. And even if you go look at her like Breakfast Club interviews and just pull up those comments, and you see those are some of the few Breakfast Club interviews where there's more thumbs down than thumbs up. And the comments about her record and just how many people locally do not like her. It's really interesting that she's been propped up to be the vice president. And the part where I think a lot of people are apprehensive on voting for Biden is because they don't know if he's going to make it through the first term. And what is a Kamala presidency going to look like? I think SNL completely nailed that, and I'm excited to see how the rest of these unfold. So those are some of my thoughts. I want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think of this thing? Did you think it captures the energy? I think it captures the energy perfectly. But do some of the caricatures that they've created of them, do you think they're reflective of reality?
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.